Algebraic expression. In mathematics, algebraic expression simply means group of numbers, variables, and mathematical operations combined together to form a mathematical statement. That's what an algebraic expression is. For example, if we have an expression like this, 2xy plus 4x plus 6y minus 7. This is an algebraic expression, a combination of numbers and variables separated by plus and minus. Basically, is an algebraic expression. And the alphabet you see here actually stand for hidden numbers that can be provided to you depending on the question. If you take a very close look at this algebraic expression, it has 4 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 terms in this algebraic expression. And what we mean by the terms are just basically the individual parts of this single expression. So this is the first term, second, third, and fourth term. What that means is that if we have an algebraic expression like 3y plus 5z minus 6 as an algebraic expression, it has only 3 terms, 1, 2, 3. So the individual parts of the algebraic expression separated by plus and minus, each of them is known as the term of the algebraic expression. Now let's look at the individual terms and see. We have 2xy. For this particular one, we have 4x, we have 6y. For these individual terms of this algebraic expression, each of the numbers is known as a coefficient. Each of the numbers is known as the coefficient. So for this particular one, 2 is the coefficient of xy, 4 is the coefficient of x, and 6 is the coefficient of y in this particular example. Now the alphabets xy, x, and y are known as the variables. So they are the unknown values in the algebraic expression. X, y, x, and y are known as the variables. And in a more simple term, when you hear about variable, think of them as some values that vary. They are not constant or they are not fixed. You really do not know them. You don't know what they are. So the variables are the numbers, are the alphabets that are yet to be discovered. Now, the 7 here is known as the constant. So it's more of the opposite of the variable. For the constant, we know what it is. It is fixed. It is what we see in the question. But for the variables, we cannot actually tell what they are. They can change. So if today I tell you x is 1 and y is 2, I can just tell you the following day that, oh, okay, x is 2 and y is 5. So they change depending on the question. That is why they are called variables. Now, one interesting thing about algebraic expression is that when writing them out, you would see that we have no multiplication sign or division sign in there. What it means is that this 2xy, it's actually 2 times x times y. That is written as this, 2xy. And 4x is actually 4 times x. That's what you see as 4x. And 6y is actually 6 times y. But keep this in mind, in writing algebraic expressions, we really do not write the multiplication sign in there. And you realize that adding the multiplication sign actually makes the whole thing quite lengthy. And it can also be confused with the variable x. This multiplication sign can be confused with the variable x. So it's ideal to just write x 2 times x times y as 2xy. Now for the division also, Although this example doesn't actually capture that, it is possible that you meet an algebraic expression in this form. Let's say 1 over 2a squared plus 3 over 4bc minus 5. This is also a classic example of algebraic expression. There's actually a division sign in here, but it is not actually written. So this 1 over 2 is actually 1 divided by 2. But instead of writing it this way, it is best to write it this way. So you should take note of that. Multiplication and division signs are not seen when it comes to writing algebraic expression. Then the next point you have to take note of is numbers are written before alphabets, and the alphabets are written in alphabetical order. So it is correct to write 6ABC and not 6BAC. It is wrong to write it this way because the alphabets are not arranged alphabetically. So this is the correct way to write it, the ideal way of writing it. And we also do not have BAC2. No, it will be 2ABC. So for this particular one, the alphabets are not alphabetically arranged and the number comes after the alphabet. So this is the wrong way of writing it. So this is basically a brief understanding of what algebraic expression is, or what algebraic expressions are. In our next video, we'll look at how to build algebraic expressions.